He was the star for the Shanghai Sharks. Now he plays for the Phoenix Suns. And good to have Jimmer Fredette back on the program. How did this come about that you leave China and you end up as a Phoenix Sun?
Yeah, my agent started talking with teams, knowing that I wanted to try to make one more run back in the NBA. So we started talking to teams, kind of midway through the season and trying to get a feel out for what was going on. And, towards the end of the season, the Phoenix Suns seemed like they were very, very interested. And we started to talk with them and see what the deal was. And, ultimately they said that they wanted to sign me once the season was over. So as soon as the season was over in Shanghai, I got on the plane the next day and flew right to Phoenix. And, now I'm here.
What was the reaction in China when you decided to leave? Because you were a big deal, averaging 36 a game.
Yeah, honestly, the people in Shanghai were just grateful for the time that I've been there. And they said, they wanted me to go out and try to succeed in the NBA, so I'm grateful for that. The fans are supportive. They obviously loved the time that I was there, and I loved my time that I was there, but they were definitely supportive and still continuing to follow me, it seems like.
Are you done in China?
You never know. You never can say anything absolute with your career. You just don't know exactly, what's going to happen. But right now, I'm obviously back in the league, and I plan to stay here for a while. So I hope to be able to do that. That's the plan. But you never know, where the chips will fall. But so you can never say never. But hopefully, I'll be playing here for a while.
What's different about your game now as opposed to the last time you were in the NBA?
I've had a great opportunity in China to really work on my game, like off the ball. When I first came into the league, I was much more comfortable playing, point guard on the ball, just because that's kind of what I did in high school and at BYU. And then once I got to the NBA, they had me playing a lot more off the ball, and I wasn't quite as comfortable doing that. But, in China, I've had a lot of on-court time being able to play off the ball, catch and shoot, coming off of different screens, moving without the ball. And I think I feel a lot more comfortable, doing that now, and just have matured as a person, matured as a player, and just feel a lot more confident about my game and where it's at as opposed to the first time.
Pretty incredible ovation last night. How would you describe that as you come back to Salt Lake City?
Yeah, no, it was pretty amazing. The fans in Utah have been so great to me and to my family all the way through all of my years at BYU, and then afterwards they continue to support me and follow me throughout my career. So to be able to come in for an ovation like that was definitely a special moment in my career. So I just appreciate that from them, and wish I could have made a couple more shots for them.
What'd you go, 1 for 10 last night?
Yeah, 1 for 10. Not a great shooting night for me, but I think I was a little amped, and my shots were mostly just a little bit too long and trying to get the feel of it. But it was good to be out there.
Okay, Devin Booker has 56. He goes back into the game. He then has 59, and then Utah decides they're going to foul somebody else so he doesn't get a chance at 60. What'd you think of that?
Yeah, obviously, teams are competitive. They don't want guys to score 60 points on them. Obviously, Book had an amazing game, and I feel like if he really wanted to get that ball, he probably could have, but he wasn't sweating it too much. He's such a great scorer and a great player. I'm sure that he's going to have several more nights like that throughout his career. So he wasn't tripping about it too much or anything like that. He was just focused on the game and not really worrying about trying to get a 60 ball. So but it was funny to see for sure.
Yeah, I like how Utah got upset, that they weren't going to let him get to 60, but they let him get to 59, Jimmer.
Right, exactly. He got to 59, but they weren't going to let him get to 60.
No way. Yeah. I was looking back on your numbers in 2011 that you had 3 straight tournament games when you had at least 30 points. You joined a pretty good list there. Glenn Rice, Glenn Robinson, Steph Curry, Austin Carr, and you. What do you remember most about that tournament?
It was a lot of fun. The NCAA tournament, there's not, when you're in college basketball, there's nothing like it. The feel around it, the media hype around it, playing in NBA arenas that are sold out. That's something that you really don't get to do as a college kid. So you just feel like you're on a much bigger stage because you really are. And, to be able to go out there and be able to perform and make a Sweet 16 with our team and our guys was something that, I'll never forget. But, it was just an amazing experience. Everybody around the country were definitely aware of BYU basketball at that time, and they wanted to watch us and see what we were going to do. So, it was special. I had so much fun doing that, and, just have great memories from that tournament.
But didn't LeBron tweet you after one game?
I had a lot of people tweet me at that point, and it was funny because, Twitter was just starting to kind of get bigger. And, there were, in my senior year, my senior year, I didn't even have a Twitter account. And then towards the end of the year, I was like, I should probably get one. A lot of people are starting to tweet me, and it's good for, my promotions and all that different type of stuff. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get one. And once I did, I started getting tweets from a ton of NBA players, LeBron and Kevin Durant, Steve Nash, and different rappers and actors and all these different things. So it was definitely a fun time.
And you had the green light. Like you didn't get yelled at for shooting too much back then in college, did you?
No, definitely not. And I had great teammates. That was a big part of it. My teammates, could have easily been, mad at me or jealous that I was shooting the ball, more than anybody else. But all of my teammates were supportive of me. They realized that, us playing basketball that way gave us the best chance to win. And to have the support of your teammates say, hey, yeah, go do your thing. And, we're here to back you up was something that, doesn't happen a ton. You know what I mean? And so I appreciate the support of the teammates, and they realized that was the best way that we needed to play.
Well, welcome back. Good luck with whatever happens here at the end of the regular season, and hopefully, get a fair shake to make the roster coming up next season. But good to talk to you again, Jimmer.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
And it's Jimmer Fredette, Phoenix Suns guard.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.